gentlemen, boys and girls, and welcome back to another historic gaming stream for our Dacian campaign. Yes, we're back to the roots, back to the main event, as, well, frankly, our RDA campaign never quite left the ground. I was trying to get it off the ground, I was trying to make an RDA campaign work. However, as perhaps should have been quite apparent from the very onset, the RDA suck. They're really, really bad guys, so I couldn't quite get them to be viable. To be fair, it is my fault simultaneously, but playing against the RDI in this campaign motivated me to try out the RDA, and honestly, I just couldn't really vibe with the playstyle, but also just a really hard start position, man. They are so bad compared to their neighbors. Just none of them really are that good. I just don't get the point of the RDA. Like, I just don't really get the point of the RDA, honestly. True to God. I just don't understand what they bring to the table, how to make them viable compared to early game Rome, which just hates you immensely. The Macedonians, who have legions of quite heavy troops that you just can't contend with. And of course, the Celts. The Celts, honestly, every time I went up against a Celtic faction, I felt that they had better troops than me, which makes sense. It's not like the Illyrians are some sort of world beaters on the global stage during ancient times, but when I looked at their roster offline, like in a custom battle, I thought the RDA would be strong. I thought that there was some hidden gems. I didn't quite realize that all the troops that I really liked from the RDA were locked behind the Furos reforms in early game RDA. It's just in a really precarious position roster-wise. They just have nothing really all that good, I have to be honest. It's very mid stuff, you know? It's very mid stuff. So, that is what it is. That was my adventures with the RDA. Succinctly summarized, got dumpstered several times by either the Romans or Celtic factions that just ganged up on me. And the best I could really do was conquer Illyria. But every time I would just have this like seismic shift in my global or rather my diplomatic status, and everyone would just start declaring war on me. Suppose it's because I now had something worth stealing, but not really the ability to defend it properly, so yeah, that's kind of how my life went with the RDA. But anyway, back to the Getae here. We were at war with the RDA, and we'd annihilated quite a few of their field armies, yet the garrisons still remain intact. Meanwhile, my field armies did take quite a thrashing, so I'm gonna have to win these battles with somewhat weathered troops, but it's not really that hard, I feel. At the end of the day, these are garrisons with all of the weaknesses that you would expect. All of, we can say, typical, we can say trade-off, adverse trade-offs that garrisons feature. One of those is morale and armor, so I'm hoping that perhaps we can use shock and awe to annihilate some of these more militia-esque troops. However, the thing is that the Illyrians do come with a very nice amount of javelins. Really any type of troop that they have, whether it's garrison or professional. So the challenge is that I fully anticipate the Illyrians to shower some of my lighter troops with javelins, effectively neutralizing them. Yet it appears that the Illyrians are prepared to go on the offensive here, which means I can have these more hoplite-esque spearmen just get into their formations. It'll help them absorb some of the missiles coming their way. Meanwhile, the enemy ships have dumped them on board, and really a bunch of light troops, yet some of them could be effective given the right situation.
Our general is under attack!
Pitched to two naked swords forward. They should annihilate the Illyrian footmen. If they don't, I would be thoroughly disappointed. Javelin, and better take him out. might as well get my javelins in motion here. Cavalry is like, just have you guys kind of back out and then let my naked swords just charge forth. And, you know, we can go get ahead in this. Let our Alpine levies get to work. Like, these guys aren't going to be extraordinarily effective in any regard, so we might as well just have them charge into the rear of some footmen, get stuck in here. Perhaps he can kill a footman or two. And, yeah, there we go. 3, 4 kills. As long as they're just in the mix and doing all right, then really can't complain. Simultaneously, my sick of skirmishers, they better throw their javelins. That'll help get rid of some lighter troops. So over here, 2 of our noble spears attacking one of these Illyrian choristers, which are a decent unit on their own. However, because they came off of a ship, we're gonna have very few men on board. Yeah, some of these Illyrian footmen have routed. So very good for us. Go ahead and like. I mean, look, these Illyrian archers, they're like. Yeah, we're gonna get dumpstered here. We're gonna get absolutely dumpstered here.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Warriors! Pike infantry at your command! Infantry!
Now, my belief is that these guys are going to have considerably more ammunition to them, so I think it is prudent to just charge forward here, disrupt the bulk of the Illyrian army. Oh my god, I did not quite realize what peril my noble spears were in. Very good.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
My Falksmen got in, but it really was like to the cost of my noble spears, who got
Our men
soundly
flee the field of
annihilated.
battle. This is a shameful display.
These Illyrian footmen, I mean, long-term combat against my horse archers, I imagine that are going to come out on top. But if we start casting our arrows at them, perhaps not. Perhaps then maybe far better.
Dacians! Orders! Pikes ready! By your command!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Battle ready and eager! Orders! Battle ready! Spears! Battle ready! Run, Cassius! Warriors, move out! Kapia!
We can go ahead and hammer and anvil these militia.
Scrubbers ready!
Naked suits have taken an absolute beating here. I was hoping that this hammer and anvil would be effective, but it doesn't really seem to be. Wait, these are horse archers?
As you see, oh!
Our men flee the field of
I
battle.
thought that they were Falksmen.
This is a shameful display.
Wait, where are my upper Falksmen?
Dacians!
Oh my god, these guys were in a perfect charge position and I just didn't realize it.
Horsemen! Take their heads!
This is like actually a complete blunder when it comes to micro.
We await
Okay,
your
what about my spears? If we can have him crash into the flank of his massive blob along with my Falcons on the other side, who are of course amazing flame troops, one of the best in the game. We should call the chain routes.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Now, I was literally about to say that this is a turning point right here, because I just saw so many Illyrian troops lead the battlefield. Look at the battlefield. There is hardly any white banners left in the field.
Warriors ready!
And well, herein lies the problem with the Illyrians. Far too squishy. Far too light. Although, to be fair, this switch is a garrison. Maybe it's unfair to say it's really indicative of any type of true weakness that the Illyrians have. But we'll loot the settlement. Might as well. We're gonna have a rebellion with 2 captures in quick succession anyway. I don't know. Do we even need to have like recruitment capabilities here, really? Why is it giving me the Illyrian roster here? What, am I able to steal the roster for myself? I mean,
For the tribe.
It's a visual glitch. Too bad, man. I would have actually enjoyed recruiting some Illyrian troops. Although these Franco Illyrian Sika bears are actually pretty nice. They pack quite the wall, quite the punch, given the right opportunity.
None will escape.
And yeah, we'll just besiege Delminium. That should be like the last province that these guys hold, or last settlement that these guys hold on to, rather. Meanwhile, what about over here? What about when it comes to our armies in Scythia?
For the tribe.
I mean, this army is still somewhat damaged, but not like
Warriors
so.
all. Fight with us. It's a good life.
It's so much more expensive to get these like cataphracts, man. I don't know if I would label these cataphracts as overpriced, but they definitely are like close to what you would have to say is overpriced. But I don't know, like there's no real good infantry options here. You guys do have an amazing amount of armor, though. Like, if you just look at... Actually, I can't even look at... I'm trying to figure out the statistical difference here. You know what? Let's just get the cataphracts. The only live ones. They are a phenomenal troop at the end of the day. And over here, we are at war with the Bosphorus Kingdom. They absolutely are relentless in pursuing this conflict against me. They despise me. They despise my
You have my attention.
ways and my ability to
Speak,
threaten them.
and try to do it well. For diplomacy is always boring.
I don't actually
Peace?
wish conflict
I
with
would
them.
sooner make peace with the contents of a Persian peasant's putrid piss pot.
That actually is very insulting. That is absolutely insulting. Jeez. Well, anyway, let's get these upgrades and then I'll end the turn. Get cheaper army upgrades when it comes to that one. And then over
What
here
do
we have
you
some
wish of me?
dignitaries that we can upgrade a little bit. This one's in Pannonia? Yeah, Pannonia, we're mostly dealing with farm income.
How can I help?
We have the max agricultural bonus. We can get commerce. We can get food. Yeah, we can get that one. Why not?
A merry meet.
It's not like any
How
of
can
these
I
things
help?
are going to make anything worse. Like, these things will only make things better. There you go. Just some public order bonuses. Really nothing that could be remotely harmful. And let's end the turn here. I think that it absolutely is worth ending the turn. Now, when it comes to Delminium, the enemy might sally out because they do have a numerical superiority, albeit I do have an absolutely dominant numerical superiority. Sorry, I have an absolutely dominant qualitative superiority, so why not? The Romans have started raiding near Hyatter. Those darn Romans. Turned to piracy. I mean, that shows their desperation, surely. Surely it does. Yeah, there you go. I predicted the sally out. Actually, I'd number be 2-1. That's not good at all. Quite sucky. But you know what? I'm gonna try to win this because I like a challenge. Also, this is a garrison, so I feel like I can exploit them somewhat. Particularly when it comes to those javelins that they have. I have like 5 cavalry units of the noble variant, so. And they have obviously pretty low morale on a lot of these infantry units, so if I could just charge them with my Falksmen, just really hit them hard, it's like, surely they just go down.
Orders!
Sika skirmishers behind. Yes, with these guys here. A little bit of Thracian. A little bit of Thracian stability on the flanks. But our army, of course, has been famished by constant battle. He has his javelin men on the front. Honestly, these are the guys I'm most afraid of. When it comes to his army, I don't fear their infantry. I fear those javelins, because they can tear through my falxmen if he can properly expend their ammunition.
We'll kill them all!
I think it's important for me to just like choose the ideal targets for each and every single falx prior to putting them in a trot, and then also we're gonna send in our cavalry as a sort of like a screen. Getae spearmen are garbage, but
We have no fear.
just kind of get them. Cavalry, send them in along the flanks.
Warriors! Noble horse! Ready for battle! Gelts! Noble horse! Advance at speed! Wounded! Noble horse! Warrior! Battle ready!
Yeah, as I predicted, my falcons are ripping through these fuckers. Absolutely ripping through them.
Noble horse!
Perfect. And I see a lot of
Our general is under attack.
isolated units here. Oh man, my falcons just chewed through his infantry. Like, they went from being amassed in elite ranks and having an absolute numerical superiority to a bunch of farmers with absolutely no idea what they're doing.
The battle is turning in our favor.
Damn! No, absolutely no need for me to release the captives there, because that does increase the amount of slaves you have in your empire. But if it's only going to give you like a tiny bit of money, it's just not worth taking the public order damage. It's interesting that the Bosphorus Kingdom is withdrawing, because they're very like dead set on holding me against the Scythians for a while there. I wonder if they have some new threat appearing on their border or something that they've just decided to prioritize, you know. After all, foreign expansion or rather defensive policies are it should be secondary to domestic things, right? Now, Olbia basically is like my first water-based port. So yeah, we have not this stuff. Now, I don't think we actually have gained any recruitment capacity with that. No, it doesn't seem to be. Fedatians by far have like the weirdest reform mechanic out of like every single faction in this game. Auto-resolve is, I really don't like these battles. They're just way too attritional. There's no strategic way to play them, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. Just an opinion. Yeah, the vast majority of the people that live here are foreigners, so it's not like I'm really
Thirsty for battle.
getting a lot of good recruitment here. On the contrary, my recruitment absolutely blows. But it is what it is. Don't want to do anything that increases upkeep dramatically. We can do something from Siege.
Warriors.
It's about time to get something from that particular technology tree anyway. Yeah, we can go ahead, obliterate these guys.
Move out.
And I should just leave this sole army as the inheritors of the
Ready
RDA.
for battle.
Of course, they're not going to be particularly good. I mean, it does make sense to have, like, one recruitment building here. It absolutely does. I don't know. When it comes to cavalry, I suppose we don't need it.
Ready for battle.
It would be better if we did, though, obviously, but I suppose we don't need it. And yeah, we could just kind of demolish Visu. Just repair this, get something that helps improve recruitment, all of that jazz, and let's bring these guys over to Epidamos to see if there's any,
Warriors.
for really any troops amassing here, but I don't believe that there will be.
For the
Yeah, we'll just keep these guys around for now to see where the rebellion is going to spawn. There will be a rebellion, inevitably.
For battle.
Inevitably, I could say. Yeah, I'll just keep this army fully intact. It's a reasonably strong army. Yeah, I don't know if the Romans are going to attack Rayata at Noricum. That's why I'm kind of keeping this province as it is. I mean, we have already 1,000 warriors in one of the cities. Like, this is reasonably good when it comes to recruitment. In all honesty, like, my intent was to make this a recruitment province, and it seems to be coming together in that regard. Like, it seems to be a decent recruitment province.
Ready for orders.
Yeah, this army is going to be an utter drain on resources. I really question whether I can really
For the
keep
tribe.
afloat here. Sure, we have all of this cavalry, which is going to be decent, but we have 40,000 gold. I don't know. Is there any possibility to just
Speak,
make
if you
peace with
must,
some of these factions?
but
Like,
know
what are
that
the
Roman
Romans?
ears have little liking
40,000
for
is
foreign
an
babble.
absolute hero's ransom. Like, surely that puts Tingle under Dingle. And what about these guys? I mean, they're at war with the Bithynians. They're at war with
Greetings in the
Macedonians,
name
they're
of
at war with Hartley.
Hermes.
They're actually not at
Speak,
war with
but
anyone
do not
really all that
deceive
dangerous,
with
to be
tricky
honest.
rhetoric,
The Bithynians are all
false
the way over
logic,
here.
or cloying pathos.
And I'm absolutely willing to maybe invest
Greetings.
20,000 in a piece with them, but
Well, do not stand there mute.
yeah, it's probably going to take like closer to the full 40,000. Then I can't be bothered to pay that much for peace with the Bosphorus Kingdom, particularly because I do intend to fight them soon enough. But where did these armies go? Okay, yeah, there is a massive army over here.
Ready for battle. Ready for orders. Ready for orders. Get
You know what?
to
Come
it,
the
men.
spring, I'll actually just like sally
Ready
forth.
for battle.
But if I'm standing right here, I guarantee I'm gonna suffer some like attrition during the winter. So I'll just kind of hold my own, weather out the winter. Because keep in mind, Scythia is like one of the worst provinces when it comes to supplies. I do have to be careful. So yeah, we'll weather out the winter and then we'll go for it come the spring.
Warriors.
When it comes to this army, I think we just keep them here for now, just to kind of see where this rebellion is going to spawn, and then afterwards we'll deal with, like, wrapping up this part of the campaign, destroying the last of the RDA, and of course recovering these armies, because I don't think that they're going to recover troops in Delminium particularly effectively. Like, I think that that's probably impossible. So sending that army in Dominion to Singadun, where I do have a pretty well-developed Getae population, will probably be ideal. And yeah, I'm happy the Macedonians finally back off. The Macedonians have just randomly placed that ship there for like 10 turns. Okay, well, that's pretty good. Kind of want to play out this defensive battle almost, but then I look at like these troops and they are better than what I have. They are better than what I have, but simultaneously, I kind of want to play out this defense actually. It would be an entertaining little battle. It's gonna be, like, the enemy are gonna throw themselves relentlessly into the meat grinder to no avail, with the exception of these two mercenaries that we just recruited. Like, especially these guys right here, these Agrianian sellswords, I believe. They're pretty decent troops. Like, they are absolutely, like, mid-tier viable swordsmen. To read about the campaigns of Alexander the Great, you'll know that they were used extensively in those wars to really, really great effect. And Agrianians are going first. They're very lightly... I mean, they appear lightly armored, like, visually, but they have, like, 20 armor, which is not bad at all. 3 speeds, they're quite quick. 32 charge, which is phenomenal. Dude, these guys are absolute killers. I regret playing this battle out. That's cowardice. Absolute cowardice speaking. We'll have our archers positioned right here. Ready to intercept the enemy. Our spearmen will stand ready. So will our falcons. It's going to be about obliterating the enemy with hordes of ammunition from the onset. Of course, the enemy do have plenty of Celtic bows as well, which might prove a bit of an issue. You'll have these guys stand like right behind battlements. And I see this like little hoplite, and I know these Illyrian nobles will absolutely suffer against my Falxmen, particularly on the charge. And of course, on the walls, Illyrians can't really like form for hoplite phalanx, so... Have everyone just enter guard mode here. Of course, hoping that the enemy siege engines don't absorb too much of my ammunition. It looks like these Illyrian axemen are going to be very good over on the secondary front, so we'll send a couple of my militia spearmen to help deal with them. Simultaneously, it's going to be all about obliterating this Agrianian, because as the greatest threat I'm facing, really need these guys off the field. And already 2 of them drop, meaning that these arrows are hitting them pretty hard. Like basically in Total War Rome 2, each unit has like an invisible health bar. So if men are dropping, it means that the health bar has already gone down. Yeah, the numbers don't seem to be dropping that much, meaning that these hardy men, hardy Agrianians, are pushing forward. Making good pace here. Take out 11 of them before we even get to the wall. I don't think that these are acceptable losses to the Illyrians who have very limited numbers to execute this attack with. Same thing with these axemen, they're taking quite heinous losses.
Bowman!
I think that we should withdraw my bowmen.
Spearmen! Ready for battle! And running! Warriors, eager for loss!
We're gonna go send 2 units of militiamen to go try to confront these axemen who are just making such great progress on the battlements here. Simultaneously, I'm sending my general to deal with the Agrianians, considering that there's such a vile threat to Singadun.
Melee warriors!
The general is a Falxman. We all know how effective these guys can be. They are absolute killers, man.
Take their heads off!
But we're not exactly going to get the finest of charges,
Our
considering...
general is under attack.
Considering that the enemy are already up on the walls. Well, the Axemen, they've kind of got stopped in their place. If Axemen with their bill hooks charging forward, if my bowmen continue to fill the Agrianians with arrows, it's going to be a really hard-fought fight for them on the walls here. And as their numbers drop catastrophically, I'm hoping that they'll just run out nicely for me. Here. And I was hoping that my Falconsmen would kind of like be able to fight off these Illyrian nobles unimpededly, but enemy has intelligently brought up their archers, and there's really nothing I can do against those archers. You can even see here these Bill Hookmen, who are basically like the garrison version of Falconsmen. Yeah, they're getting obliterated. Their numbers are going down a lot. Yeah, I've got to bring up some spearmen in their stead. It's not justifiable for me to use decent troops. It is a very dangerous endeavor. Meanwhile, if these guys have formed their phalanx, they're completely surrounded. You know, Bill Hookmen or Falconsmen are really good at just using those hooks to get past the armor and just strike decisive blows against the enemy.
The battle is turning in our favor.
So, doing pretty well against the enemy here. Yeah, I want to just pull my general away from this mess, away from this carnage. And send some more stable troops at them. So basic spearmen. A lot of these Illyrian troops in that sector are mostly dead anyway, so they're very much reduced in numbers. We should be fine. For example, what's this? Illyrian clubmen? These are like the worst troops. They're worse than my militia, I think. At least when it comes to a stable fight. Maybe charging the rear, they can be more effective, more impactful, but you know what? Over here, we should just have these guys gonna turn at least bring 3 units of archers, like right over here. 3 of these guys can kind of. These 4 can go like right over here. Some cover our grounds in a reasonable way. Bill Hookmen, they are getting absolutely wrecked. So you know what?
Warriors ready!
No. These guys stay here.
Fire!
Now I'm gonna go and provide a little bit of backup here. Just get my Dacian bowmen to shower these Illyrians with some deadly ammunition. We also, of course, have this arrow tower constantly pouring damage and fire into these guys.
Warriors battle! Ready!
Oh, what's going on over here?
The men are wavering.
I see nothing of quality down here. No infantry capable of packing a punch anymore, so
Warriors!
I think it's time for me to send some mob to go chase these Celtic bowmen down. And meanwhile, these guys constantly run around as their pathing fails them, but if all of these arrows falling amongst these Illyrians, surely we're going to give up the fight soon enough. We'll go ahead and send in some spearmen to try to make up the pitfall in my Bill Hookman's abilities.
Ready and waiting! Engage!
And send some mob out of the city to try to chase down and fight some of these bowmen. You know what, now we can commit a lot more troops to this fight, including my general, who's in a Bill Hook unit. This guy's gonna come in and start swinging. Look at this bad boy, dude. Look at this absolute creature. He's gonna just run into combat and start hacking at these Illyrians. Yeah, they're gonna be gone real soon. Combine that with all of the arrow fire hitting these guys simultaneously, and I don't think that they have a chance. We'll just target the enemy general exclusively with my archers.
Ready for orders!
The enemy general is dead.
And there we have it. A clean victory on the defense. Although, like I said, that was more of like an entertaining battle. Like, I just gotta like that whole affair when the enemy just throwing themselves forward recklessly and you're just killing troops as cost effectively as possible. Of course, that Agrionian would have absolutely wrecked me if I didn't just obliterate their health with their... But that should be it for the RDA, unless they just have some random naval unit floating around listlessly. And it's nice that they kind of pulled the trigger for me rather than hung around raiding for too long. It's a nice guy, RDA. Of course, I don't know what's going to happen to my province in Rayata and Noricum. I've left it unguarded, thinking the Romans are just going to pounce on it, but they've been very slow on the trigger themselves. And I question if their declaration of war was more aesthetic than purposeful.
No.
These guys were once my allies. I kind of decided to betray them because the Romans declared war on them initially. Now actually I should be getting close to them. Unless, like... Okay. I mean, that, like, whole Scythian, Sarmatian reform thing, I don't think that impacts us, right? I mean, I don't see any additional recruitment capacity. No, we need to fight 10 battles against these guys, against the Sarmatians, I believe. But, like, what happens if you just take... Like, what happens if you just take Scythia or something? Or Sarmatia? Like, what if you just owned a province? And how do you fight more battles against them? Let's see what happens when you capture the province. Because, again, like, the reforms for the nations, extremely unique.
Warriors all ready for orders.
You know, I kind of want to use the word bad instead of unique, because it's just, like, they're just so much harder to achieve than other factions. Like, I just don't get the point.
Ready for battle. For the
Like, it's a cool concept, but I just feel like it doesn't work super duper well. Simultaneously, it's a cool concept, I guess. It is an interesting enough concept. But anyway, let's just have these guys exist for another turn, just to kind of improve public order a little bit. I do want to do something here that improves recruitment, but literally it's actually better to just have like a secondary building do that. Yeah, remember, these Illyrian hoplites have like the worst morale. The area recruitment ones. Yeah, it's like not worth it. It's just the bad Illyrian hoplites. Have infantry recruitment capacities here of that building. Really not worth getting anything else. We just get like one of these and we can go for the research building. It's kind of cool. Then yeah, let's just go for more food. Probably the best way to improve recruitment, to be honest. Get some food. And yeah, this army is just gonna go to Singadan. Over there we have plenty of population to draw from, and we should be able to recruit more warriors readily and easily. Over here, we'll just let these guys kind of chill for a turn. Really not seeing a lot of quality coming out for Scythians here. Perhaps their money, actually, fuck dude, they have a lot of elite troops. They don't have a lot of troops, but they have very elite troops. Actually might be a pretty tough battle, to be honest. But we'll see. Knowing AI cavalry tactics and how ineffective they tend to be, we might just be able to kind of steamroll them. Like, we might just be stupid and lose, to be entirely honest.
Ready for battle.
Meanwhile, on when it comes to our battles with the Romans, like there really isn't a whole lot that we can do to threaten them right now. Both our armies that are anywhere near them are really, really damaged. Like really, really, like just no point of even trying to use them. We gotta recover our troops in order to stand a chance. So we just captured those 2 settlements in Illyria. I don't know how long it's gonna take for us to start getting troops here. Even though it's not far away from population centers where we do have like a lot of Dacian warriors and ample populations. Now the Lugos appear to be very weird. Like we have trade with them, from my understanding. We might have non-aggression. We have like treaties with them, yet they appear to be kind of doing things to threaten us.
Will you not give our people a little gold? You have much, and our people do not wish to become the slaves of any.
Actually, I don't mind that. I have a lot of money, so I guess maybe I'm just throwing it away there. But it's not like I want to fight these guys. I have absolutely no designs in their lands, so I might as well. Trap failed, yes. Enemy champion was too weak for my dignitary. My dignitary had all the dignitas in the world.
Get to it, men!
And apparently
Warriors,
we can't recruit anyone here.
Ready for battle. Call this.
I feel like it's almost like an optical glitch. Like we should be able to do it there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of misclicked there a little bit. Like I actually did intend to do.
Get moving. Getting on our way.
Oh man, the Macedonians, they really hate me.
Greetings. We are civilized folk, so you may speak as you wish, and we will give you an honest...
There you go.
Your proposal has merit for...
I don't want to fight the Macedonians just yet. It's really not my design to fight the Macedonians there. Yeah, we're gonna have a rebellion here for sure, and I'm not sure whether we're gonna be able to
Warriors all
thwart it this time. I mean, we can combine certain units. It should be easy enough to like recover in the future. However, ultimately, we're gonna have a lot of trouble recruiting anything of quality.
We need good fighters.
And the only thing I can really see that could be useful are these Illyrian Sycomen. Yeah, we need to, as hurriedly as possible, assemble an army capable of putting down a rebellion at least. Doesn't have to be an army that's going to like slaughter everything in its path and just be beastly, but it has to be capable of putting down a mid-sized rebellion. Or small rebellion at the very least. I don't know where I pulled mid-sized from. Go ahead. Declare war on the Scythians. We had waited quite patiently after the peace treaty was signed, so
Way is blocked.
yeah, somehow we lost some men moving. I don't know. I guess they tripped and fell.
On the move.
Bosring Kingdom is not all that well equipped to intercept my roving troops. And now let's go ahead and like kind of look north. So it looks like the Lugi, they're the ones that are being annoying.
I look forward
We had
to
a
your
non-aggression pact with them, yet yeah, they're being weird. Swebby,
I
non-aggression and
welcome.
trade. Like, we are absolutely vibing out with the Germans, and for whatever reason, Vedas seem to hate me.
Be welcome, and...
Scythians are the only people that we can trade with that we aren't. If they don't want to, that's fine. I did put my income down. I think that's fine. Kama Kiza. Kama fucking Kiza.
For the tribe!
He's already in arms. He just doesn't have any kids. What about this guy? What about this guy? Is he good? I mean, I very rarely raid, but -8 replenishment's kind of shit. +3 upkeep's bad. Actually, these guys are not bad. Potulese chieftains, they are reasonably good, actually. That our king is not even in arms, which is kind of bad. Yeah, let's get our king together. Inzar Mezagatuza. See, we might as well just improve our tax level. Like, if we can't do high taxes, then what are we even doing? Illyria's gonna have rebellions regardless of what I do, so there's really no need to try to quell that before it happens. And oh man, this guy has some absolutely dope stats. Like some really good traits, because these guys are insanely cheap. That's wonderful, dude. It's absolutely wonderful. Go get, there we go. Some Sika skirmishers and some Falksmen.
Warriors all! Ready for battle!
There we go. A W. A W of a turn. Although we did kind of push through a bit of our income there. We kind of spent a little freely on these non-aggression packs. I don't know if it's gonna go against our favor to do such a thing, but we'll just have to see. Lugos are continuously trying to thwart my dignitary. An odd thing to do to someone you have a non-aggression pact to. Yeah, looks like the Scythians are trying to ready up for an Dacian onslaught here.
Can you not see?
Military alliance.
Together, our armies could be nigh invincible. The world will tremble before our collective might.
I don't know who they've been loyal to. The Seleucids are not a threat. You know what? Let's do it. Let's live a little bit here. Let's make a random military alliance with the Bithynians. I don't think it'll actually lead to anything positive. In fact, it might just end up being a very annoying thing, but let's see what happens, boys. Might be a good thing.
Ready for orders!
Probably won't be, though. If I'm gonna be completely honest, it probably won't be. Okay, this is -2 public order. This is minus... So -2 is really good. For, like, something that's that high? That high up the chain? Okay, what's the difference between the ditch? Yeah, that gives you just really good... Yeah, let's get the river drainage. I think that that's just like way better. It looks better to me.
Thirsty for battle! Get moving, you wretches! Thirsty for battle!
Yeah, I'll put this guy in Syngodon so he can recover a little bit.
Warriors all! Thirsty for battle!
This army can go and recruit. I mean, I need some cavalry. I need some cavalry staff.
Fight for us, lads.
It's pretty good for cavalry, I feel. Let's get some more warriors here. And yeah, I think that's all I can recruit in one turn. Let's see. We don't have high sanitation in this province, so I can't upgrade that building. And there's just like nothing to upgrade here that's worth doing. Pannonia seems good. We'll get that upgrade. That's totally worth it. Here, nothing to upgrade just yet, and I'm like very questionable. I think it's very questionable about investing a penny into Rayeta et Noricum. So yeah, we're chilling for now when it comes to Rayeta et Noricum.
Ready for battle.
There's nothing good over here.
Warriors all.
You know, actually, we'll move north. There'll be some troops to gather into Alpine regions. Yeah. Anyway, so we've done all that we can to the west. What about over here to the east?
Thirsty for battle. Ready for
Dude, what I'm thinking here is a similar trap, which is you besiege the settlement and try to engage this army one-on-one.
Two. None will escape. Thirsty for battle. Aidan! Getae! On the move, lads! Attack!
We're gonna lose if we play this out.
Let them cower before us. Get moving!
Question is, will my armies actually like support each other if we have to play this out? I don't think that they will.
None will escape.
Wait a minute. Did I just mess
Move
up?
out!
Really?
Oh, they're heading out. I will seek entertainment.
So if we attack the enemy here, be able to just pelt us with
Besieging
missiles
settlement.
until
Thirsty
we've been
for battle.
annihilated.
Getting on our way.
You know what? Either way, I think we'll be fine, because as long as we don't get hit by the garrison, we can win against either of those Scythian armies relatively safely, I believe. So we should be fine. We should be fine. Let's see what happens, though. So long as we don't get hit by the garrison army and the armies simultaneously. The Romans, once again, just not doing anything. Not doing anything tangible, despite declaring war on us. It's questionable why they decided to do such a thing. I see, this is not exactly what I wanted.
Run! Destination reached.
What the fuck?
Retreat, my warriors! Retreat!
Run! Run, damn you. It's a stupid Bosphorian kingdom, bro. They are like literally the only thing that's making it hard to take the Scythians down. Okay, let's see. What's in this area? Garrison. Oh, and I have to fight this. I have to fight this now. Okay, what are my chances?
Fighters ready!
Infantry!
We hunger for blood and
I feel like this is probably the best formation for me to handle this. So at least these like noble spearmen are going to be able to absorb the charge of anything.
Enemy reinforcements
It's like
approaching.
sick of skirmishers on the flanks. It's really questionable. And if the enemy does decide to fight me piecemeal here, rather than come as like, you know, a humongous army, then I can wipe out some pretty strong units very quickly. Chieftain Guard, are they missile? Sounds going to be like an archer. I mean, like, if we can just get our javelins close and just slam these guys, then they go
Our
pretty
general
good.
is under attack.
It's like, obviously, javelins very effective against horse archers. Just very rarely actually get the chance to use them against horse archers, but if they just stand still and take our javelins, not gonna be complaining, I can tell you that. Yeah, we can just kind of have these like very elite Scythian nobles just kind of stand here, just accept the javelin fire. Just accept that they have to stand and just not skirmish at all, not actually attempt to survive.
melee warriors!
We'll be very good. We'll be very thankful. It's a beautiful little Christmas present. Beautiful little Christmas present. Yeah, it's... What are these guys doing, bro?
Warriors ready!
Forward!
Ready!
Warriors ready! Mounted death! Infantry! Noble horse! Get running! We have no fear! Ready for battle!
This guy just seems to be kidding, so...
We'll kill them all!
Warriors!
Ready!
Spears! Bows and spears!
Start to pounce here.
Battle ready! Battle ready and eager!
Horsemen!
Summation drill lancers! We'll kill them all! Summation drill lancers! Equal!
Spears ready!
Gracias!
We'll kill them all!
Spears!
Charge! Lancers! Loaded!
We hunger for blood!
The enemy general is dead.
Yeah, that was pretty predictable. I feel anyway.
Orders!
Pretty predictable.
Ready yourselves!
Horsemen! What fire!
Moves! Can't to be late! Riders! Forward!
Yeah, it's really just an enemy of horse archers here that are really trying to
The men
gang
are
up on me
wavering.
here. But I'm gonna go ahead and just send my boys forward.
Battle ready! Time is spears! Battle ready and eager!
Go ahead and send my boys forward here.
Warriors ready.
Battle! Ready and eager!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Mounted missile warriors eager for blood! Gracias!
Royal Lancers!
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Spears are yours! Time is spears! Gracias! Bows and spears!
Battle ready and eager!
Infantry! Noble horse! Orders!
Marcus Logo!
Don't like the look of that cavalry unit routing, to be honest.
Eager for blood!
Very, very bad news. I'm just trying to get my fucking spearmen and catch these guys off guard, but it's like, how can I even do that?
Our men flee the field of battle.
Oh man, my noble
This is a
spearmen
shameful
are not
display.
having this at all.
Whoa, horsemen!
Oh, come on. My cataphracts are losing to armored lancers. Actually, that makes sense.
Ready! Infantry!
Missiles ready! Platoon sluggo!
Slug away.
We hunger for blood! And battle! Ready to ride!
Battle!
We're so effed here.
Noble
Our men flee
It's
the
such a
field
shit
of
show
battle.
of battle,
This
honestly.
is a shameful display.
Come on, boys. Get stuck in. Get stuck in, boys.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
What the? I think we had some returning troops that we haven't accounted for. Very bad. We're in dire need of additional support here. Sure, we still have some infantry that are at large, but it's just that fucking enemy has like
Our men flee
seemingly
the
no
field
end
of
for
battle.
ammunition.
This is a shameful
Of
display.
course, because my flanks are pretty much non-existent, they're just always exposed. It's like impossible to keep myself from routing in large numbers.
Our men
Maybe it's got
flee the
double
field of
cavalry.
battle. This is a shameful display.
Pop a wall up of a punch on the charge, but
ready! Bleed them! Warriors ready! Battle
man.
ready! Infantry!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Infantry! Royal Lancers! Let them go!
Skirmishers!
Ready! Ready! Warriors ready! Warriors ready! Formation Royal Lancers! Charge!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Heavy cavalry! Ready for battle! Noble horse!
Truthfully,
Cut them down!
as long as the enemy has enough ammunition to continue shooting, we're gonna win. Actually, never mind. Even without ammunition, I think they can win this. We have so few men left. It's just really, really bad. Starvation cataphracts are just not the play right now either.
Hunger for blood!
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Yeah, this army's gone. Hope it's not our king, but I suspected it might be.
Horsemen! Ready for battle!
At least we did something. guys.
Our men
We
flee
did really not enough.
the
Anything I
field
say
of
now that's
battle.
positive would be pure cope. That was a disaster. Man, those cataphracts were not too effective, but to be fair, an extremely heavy horseman with no shield, not exactly what you want to use against horse archers. Not exactly the horse archer counter. Definitely the infantry counter, not the horse archer counter. So maybe I got a little bit too attracted to their stats and not attracted enough to what they can actually do. No, this army is gone. They're just gone. They're off the field. They're routed. They're destroyed. I mean, there were some Scythian units that we got rid of course, but the only positive thing is that my other army can't get chased down this turn.
Between friends, the gift of gold is often taken to be a sign of deep
I see no need to not do that. I see no need to not do that. Friends of Pergamon, I can go make friends of Pergamon. That's a positive thing. Every way that I look at this is gonna be a defeat, yet I smell victory. I personally smell victory. This is a strong garrison. Not in numbers, but in spirits. And in the way that this garrison has been designed. Those are a lot of Falxes, man. If I could just flank them around, have a decent spear wall, just hold, I think it'll be good. I think it'll be really good.
Battle ready and eager!
Now this slave javelinman is just annihilating my men. Without mercy. It's not a... Yet they're about to rout? I don't quite understand what's going on.
Our general is under attack.
Ugh, I should just withdraw.
Fearless warriors! Fire! Slogan! Folks! Kill, kill, kill! Warriors eager for blood. They will bleed for us. Move it! Warriors, move out! Get ready!
What a weird battle, man. I never thought that these guys would care that I'm out like this, but every time that I kind of get further away, I don't seem to care as much once again.
Scrappers ready!
Korean Royal Guard can actually kill all of my spearmen. This is like I've inadvertently caused a complete disaster because this is actually the optimal deployment for the enemy army. Yeah, it's...
Ready for battle! Warriors ready! Butako! Battle ready! Spears! Lead them! Moose! Warriors! Folksmen!
The men are wavering.
This is fucked up, man. This is so effed up.
Warriors eager for blood! Folks!
We lost the settlement. We lost it. Mr. G.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Why do they keep on like fake almost routing? It's so irritating.
Our men flee the field of battle. This is a shameful display.
Folksmen!
Okay. I mean, I kind of like this whole like most of the enemy army routing, and I kind of like the whole.
Turning in our favor.
Kind of like all of these Illyrian raiders just deciding that raiding was kind of not that fun. Kind of just deciding that our raiding days are behind us.
Battle ready and eager.
They kind of like the slave javelinmen deciding, yeah, you know what?
Run, Koshu!
We're gonna retire. We're gonna stop being slave javelinmen for now. Did I need my Foxmen to just completely like hunt these guys down so they don't just come back to the field in 2 seconds? Meanwhile, it's not gonna do like a ton of damage, admittedly, but
Weapons ready!
if I could just get these archers to just shoot an occasional arrow into, yeah, the unguarded flanker, just into these guys. It's not gonna exactly kill a ton, but it can cause a lot of health damage. It's definitely not healthy, I can tell you this. Like, would you really want to be shot up like this? Even if you have all of this amazing
Our
armor
men
to
flee
keep
the
you
field
safe
of battle. This is a shameful display.
against what are just pesky. Absolutely pesky spearmen.
Felksmen! Warriors eager for blood!
If it is phalanx is advancing upon my archers, archers only capable of sending an occasional arrow into their ranks at this point. It's time to withdraw my bowmen. Gonna be up to these ragged fighters. We've already seen and done much.
Warriors ready! Move it! Bowman!
Yeah, I don't have a lot of arrows left. I've already expended most of them, but it's always a good thing to just continue firing. If you got it, you might as well use it. Each and every single arrow is capable of potentially killing a hoplite. For each hoplite dead, the hopes of his phalanx eviscerates fervor.
We'll kill them all!
I managed to take down another one of these elite noble fighters. Each one here is going to have to kill several of my men.
Felks!
And yeah, we're going to go ahead and just send the first wave forward.
Warriors eager for blood!
And a second.
Dacian!
So we'll send 2 Falksmen.
One of our
along the
units has
back
used
here.
all its ammunition.
First wave attacks. Second wave is starting to make contact here. We're going to wrap around the back, and I see them chopping up quite a few of these nobles.
Felksmen! Serena!
And I think I'll be just sending the next group of men with hooks. Yeah. The nobles fall. I'll definitely write the playmat out, man. We would have lost the settlement. Would have lost it. And there we have it. In 2.5 years, nation reforms? Bro, I do not understand Venetian reforms at all, but I'll take it, I guess. I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird shit. Let's get this. Sounds like a useful technology. Yeah, obviously we are suffering in Scythia. I don't know, man. I can't fight the Bosporan Kingdom.
Be welcome, and may Hermes
Scythians
bless your words
simultaneously.
with appropriate speed,
But
for I have other business today.
The gods love peace with honor, so well done in this matter. The treaty is welcome.
Petrovada. I think that this settlement has some people to recruit. No, does not look it. Let's go ahead. These guys forward.
Ready for battle! Move out!
I'm just gonna try to retreat this army while I can.
Warriors all!
I don't have any confidence in winning that war.
Come, fight for us, lads!
Go ahead and get 4 units of Getae youths in the meantime. How about this army?
Thirsty for battle!
This army's recovering reasonably well.
I want our
I'm gonna try to send these guys over to Norea to get some troops. Just want to use that population while we can. No, my former allies. They're fighting the Romans off in a reasonably okay way, but not like super effective or anything. Rebel army. It was decimated.
Next command. On the move, lads.
We're gonna have another rebellion next turn anyway.
I don't care how tired you are. Warriors all.
Yeah, I think this is good for the stream, boys. Don't really have much else to do here. Plus, it's been an hour. But thanks for watching. And yeah, hope to see you again soon.